Hey, Kevin here, and here's a little something for your performance edge. So, hey, this last week I was asked to speak at a local conference called Gapcon, and my topic was talking about the power of reflection and how reflection can propel us for growth and development and performance. And it's kind of funny. A lot of people don't really spend a whole lot of time reflecting and digging into it. We talked about it last week a little bit, but I want to go a little bit deeper with you today on this thing because the practice that I want to kind of challenge you to be thinking about is some reflective practices, and there are quite a few actually that are out there, and I want to just kind of unpack a little, some of these with you. Journaling, self-guided assessment tools are out there, daily, weekly, or monthly reviews, retreats, dedicated reflection time. Sometimes I just get away, and sometimes it's just like a picnic table over at Atwood Lake, in an afternoon on a nice day, and just spend a couple hours looking at the water and thinking through some things and processing some things, creating some space between my ears. That's a big one for me sometimes. It's just kind of like the literally 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive kinds of things. There's been times where I've driven almost an hour and a half to a location like Columbus, where I just wanted to be, somewhere different, somewhere out of the world that I'm in that would kind of tag me or, light me up and make me, think about, the other crazy stuff that I'm experiencing locally. Just getting into a new environment allows you to really reflect. But we talked about guided self-assessment tools, prayer meditation, and mindful practices. Those are definitely early morning types of things that we do, from a spiritual standpoint, obviously prayer and meditation and, getting into God's word and journaling through what you're learning, what God's speaking to you about when you read his word. Those are important things, in terms of setting the table. But the one I want to focus on today are the questions that from a kind of a self-reflection prompting type of situation. That's what I want to give you today for your performance edge. So let's dig into it. The first question is, hey, what's one thing I can get excited about today? Hey, spend some time, unpack that a little bit. What's something every morning, if you were to ask yourself, and I'm going to give you 10 questions, but you may not do all 10. You might find 3 that really work for you. It's not about like 10 of this or 7 of that. It's about the things that really activate your mindset and really structure kind of how you're activating your mind for the day that you're entering in. And so what's one thing I can get excited about today is what? Another question is, if one word could describe the kind of person I want to be today, then that word is, and why did I choose that word? I mean, just sitting down, hey, what's my word for today? My word for today is energy, or my word for today is simple. Actually, simple is the word for 2025. I think if I had to give 2025 a word, this is from, I was inspired by someone I saw on YouTube the other day, and they said that, and I went, dude, that's going to be my word for 2025, simple. And I think it's a good word. And I'm going to get to figure out how to unpack that word. So we'll spend some time in our videos talking about that. But what is your word? And just for today. And just what do I want to lean into? Third question is someone who needs me on my A game today. Who is that somebody? Is that someone close to you? Is that someone at work? Is it, well, it's just good to know, hey, why am I being on my A game? And there's a who sometimes connected to the why. So number 4, a situation that might stress me out or trip me up today could be what? What could trip me up today? What could throw me off today? And then how am I going to deal with it with my best self? Like, I'm not going to react. How am I going to do this at a high level for myself? How about this question? Someone I could surprise with a note or a gift or a sign of appreciation. Oh, that's a good question. Or one action that I could take today to demonstrate excellence or real value. It's really important that you add value. It's really important that you bring excellence. And so where can I shine the brightest in that world? One bold action I could take today is what? What's a bold action? And that bold action could be it could be an ask. It could be a tell. It could be, just simply like, saying, I don't know. It could be a bold move for some folks. What does that look like for you? If I was coaching myself and looking at myself from a high level, I would tell myself to remember what? Remember, Kevin, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Kevin, remember that you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Remember. What do you need to remember today? And then let's take a look at number 9. The big projects I have to keep in mind that I can't wait to take action on, but I can't act on them today or what? It's always important for you to have some level of, hey, what are the things back there that really are those things that I just want to, do. I might not be able to do them today, but dude, I want to do something with this. And then, hey, last question. I would know that today was a great success for the end of the day I did or I felt these things. So pick a couple. What are your questions? What's your magic mix of 3 questions, 5 questions, 7 questions, 10 questions? Up to you how much time you have. You could do these questions in the car. You stick them on your phone, pull them up on your notes, say them out loud. There's all kinds of, you can record it if you want. Maybe you just need to say the stuff out loud. But either way, there's always something that needs to set you up to win. These are good questions to start the day, and they're reflective, and quite frankly, they're powerful. And I would just encourage you to do those. These are questions I got from my coach, Brennan Burchard, and I just want to pass these on to you. Have fun with them. And always remember this, friends and family, everybody, when you see the invisible, you become unstoppable. And there's invisible power in reflection. Have a great day, everyone.